looking for the blitz. Tight. It's the outstanding 9-year head coach of the league champion Tigers of Spring Valley High School, Andrew Delva, and it is a look at Spring Valley High School, home of the Tigers. And on this day, a super Saturday in July, it is the 5th annual Phil Bogle Lineman Challenge. Good to see everybody. Jimmy Cavallo, our entire News 12 varsity gang, and welcome to Super Saturday in Spring Valley, New York. A lineman challenge of lineman challenges. 11 teams are here. You got, of course, the Westchester representatives. You have the Rockland representatives. A lot of the big dogs are here. And then, of course, Kennedy out of the Bronx, out of the 5 boroughs also here. If you ask Coach Delva, it's the biggest lineman challenge they've had in the 5-year history. Of course, in attendance, the legendary Tiger himself, Phil Bogle. So much enthusiasm from Coach Delva's staff here. All the guys are here. Listen, a lineman challenge is a lineman's challenge. We know it's a July day. You're not going to win any championships today, but what you're going to do is you're going to find out a little bit of what you have up front. The point of attack. You know those guys, the boys up front, a.k.a. the Big Uglies. All kinds of fun stuff. We started with the bench press. We went to the obstacle course. You had the farmer's walk, the tire flip, all those fun events. The truck push is here today. And then, of course, everybody's favorite, the famous final scene, the tug of war. Can your boys win the Lineman Challenge here at Spring Valley, New York? So glad to have you on board here on the Football Fix, the 3rd Football Fix of this summer. We started in Connecticut. We went to New Jersey. Now here we are in New York. Lots to do on this show. Mike Kinney will check in on the 24th annual Snapple Bowl in New Jersey. Of course, we will have our weekly players to watch. The guys are all here. We'll bounce around the tri-state and show you some of the players to watch. And then out on Strong Island High School football, Amanda Puglisi. She is setting up shop at the Bayshore 7-on-7. We're going to look at Hills West, Babylon, and Bayshore. So we have 11 teams in the field today. Of course, the host, the Tigers of Spring Valley, North Rockland, Clarkstown North, Tappan Zee, Ramapo, and Suffern out of Rockland County. Then over in Westchester, you have Harrison, New Rochelle, Sleepy Hollow, YMA Yonkers, and then Kennedy out of the Bronx. Well, we mentioned Kennedy High School, the lone participant out of the PSAL New York City, out of the Bronx, and this is Jeremy Hernandez, their junior, their captain, their middle linebacker, their guard. Jeremy, where else you want to be on a July Saturday than pushing it around with the fellas here in Spring Valley, New York?
Nowhere else, man. Just love it.
How much fun, how functional is this for you guys? You don't open up until August 20th. Practice begins in the PSAL. But this is a chance here at the end of July, really, to see what you guys might have up front, correct?
Yeah. It's fun. It's a fun experience. We're seeing how we match up compared to these other schools, what else we need to improve on, get better at, stuff like that.
You guys are always working out. I mean, it's a 12-month process. Yeah. But these events, they're getting after you here. This is not easy, from the obstacle course to the tire flip. You have to come and bring your A game here today.
Yeah. Of course, it's a lot of fun, but, we also got to work. We got to, get some teamwork going, get some speed, hard work, all that.
A little State of the Union on Kennedy High School. You guys are coming off a very good year, a winning season. Coach Augie Thierry, in his first year last year, did a terrific job as a captain this year and a junior. That, by the way, that's quite an honor to be a junior and a captain. What do we have to look forward to with Kennedy Knights football in the PSEL? You guys lost in the playoffs to Erasmus. You're coming back this year.
Yeah, we're trying to capitalize on the things we messed up on last season, hopefully go farther in the playoffs this year. We're pushing for a championship. Hopefully we get there this year.
Next week on the Football Fix, we mentioned Kennedy's season came to an end against the Dutchmen of Erasmus Hall. That's where we will go. Erasmus Hall, head coach Danny Landberg and the New York City Superpower. On display, their stud lineman, Matt Jones. And of course, our poll question of the week here on the Football Fix. Who do you think is the top returning lineman heading into this season? Is it Matt Jones from Erasmus Hall, Matt Mirabito from Bayshore, Nick Gargiulo of Somers, Tyler Friday from Don Bosco Prep, Jake Krellin from Middletown South, New Jersey Shore? Or is it Jason Adamiola from St. Peter's Prep?
Go, 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 go. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. Good pad level, right? Good pad level. Everybody striking the bag at the same time.
Well, he's the guy whose name is on this event, the 5th annual Phil Bogle Lineman Challenge. And first and foremost, Phil, it must be great for you to get back to Spring Valley. You're a legendary Tiger yourself.
Yeah, it's always good. This is home for me, born and raised here in Spring Valley. Just, to a point in my life where I want to start giving back to the community and give the kids an opportunity, and build a program back to where it was back in '97.
I said earlier, you're not going to win any championships out here today on a July Saturday, but this is kind of where you win at the point of attack. The war in the trenches, you know what I mean? Building some of that cohesion with all these great events you have out here today.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I don't know, you guys weren't here earlier, but we had Landon Collins from the New York Giants, Jay Bromley from the New York Giants show up today just to show some support because they understand what it takes. They understand, for Landon to be successful with the Giants, his defensive line's got to be, superb, and they got to be one unit. Same thing goes for offensive line. You got to gel. You guys got to be on one accord, working together, obviously to protect the quarterback, to run the football and things like that.
Yourself, you played 3 years in the NFL with the Bucs and the Chargers. Some of the drills we see out here today, you take a little from your NFL experience?
Absolutely. Everything's push, pulling, and competing. That's the biggest thing is going out there and competing. At the end of the day, it turns into a one-on-one matchup between you and the guy across from you, and this is where it starts. Here on the grass, on the turf, working with the group, to accomplish a goal of scoring that touchdown or protecting the quarterback.
Well, Phil Bogle absolutely assembled some great talent to work this lineman challenge. Kelvin Smith was here, former NFL lineman. He played with the Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. How about current New York Giant Jason Bromley? The big cat was here working the camp, along with his teammate Landon Collins from the Big Blues secondary was here at the Lineman Challenge. Hearns Laguerre, Syracuse football in attendance. Calvin Hurtley from the University of Miami, and the former Spring Valley native. He played at Clarkstown North, went on to a great NFL career with the Giants and the Titans. Keith Bullock in attendance at the 5th annual Phil Bogle Lineman Challenge. Well, one thing we know about the tri-state area when it comes to high school football, no shortage of talent. Every year, year in and year out, there are so many players around the region. Here we go. It's our weekly Players Watch. We start in the Nutmeg State of Connecticut. Johnny Malone, my man, take it away.
In Connecticut, I'm John Malone. It seems like Nick Henkel has been the starting quarterback at Brunswick for ages already, but the 6'5" gunslinger is finally headed into his senior season. Henkel threw for over 2,700 yards and 34 touchdowns last year, but another bowl victory to cap his career will surely be the #1 priority for the big-armed righty.
Henkel off the back foot, in stride down the field to Sean Emil.
Rutgers, UConn, and the Ivy League schools are near the top of Henkel's prospective destinations.
I'm Mike Kinney in North Jersey. Tyler Friday's college position may be up for debate with some people, but there is no arguing about his talent or his worth when it comes to lining up with the Don Bosco Prep Ironman each fall. One scouting service says he is the #3 defensive tackle prospect in America. Another heralds him as the #4 defensive end in the country. Regardless, this quick and tenacious lineman, a two-way star for the Ironman, will make a welcome addition to someone's roster next year. Among his more than 20 offers are Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State, Rutgers, and Penn State.
I'm Greg Lerner in the Shore Conference. Emulating the style of his older brother Amamu, Naeem Mayfield of Manalapan carved a niche for himself last year as a junior.
It's Mayfield running to his right, a couple guys chasing after him. Mayfield strong out of one tackle, down inside the 10 to the 5. He's still on his feet, touchdown!
The chiseled 5'10", 185-pound tailback is primed for a senior encore to a breakout junior campaign in which he compiled 1,785 yards rushing, 23 touchdowns, and cemented his place as a premier feature back. His elusiveness, acceleration, and immunity to contact encouraged quarterback Luis Corcione to feed the beast. Dashing through gaps, excavated by fullback Chris Maximic, Mayfield was instrumental in an 11-1 season that ended with a loss to Piscataway in the Central Jersey Group 5 final. Naeem would like to stamp his career in the same manner his older brother did, by adding a sectional title to his resume.
In the Hudson Valley, I'm Kevin Devaney Jr. Simply put, Trill Williams of Stepanak is the most talented football player in the Hudson Valley, and he may be the most talented player to come to the region since Ray Rice. Williams had most of his junior season robbed by a knee injury, but he was nothing short of brilliant in 3 games he did play, splitting time at running back, receiver, and quarterback on offense. The senior, who was already committed to play at Syracuse, had the game of the year in 2016 against Iona Prep in Week 2, running for 3 touchdowns, catching 1, and scoring a 5th on an interception return to seal a 42-34 victory.
It is intercepted by Trill Williams. He heads down the sideline, and he will take it all the way.
The 6'2", 190-pounder is back at full strength and preparing to take the CHSFL by storm as Stepanak aims for its 3rd AAA title in 4 seasons after losing to Hayes in last year's final.
On Long Island, I'm Dylan Butler. When you look back at Wanta's perfect run to a Long Island championship and undefeated season, Gavin Casey's fingerprints were all over it.
They go straight up the middle to Gavin Casey. He'll push the pile and scores a touchdown.
The ultimate quiet, tough guy, Casey, who was a first-team All-Long Island selection by News 12 Varsity, did a lot of the heavy lifting for Keith Sachs' Warriors. In addition to blowing up linebackers, a 6'2", 230-pound fullback rushed for over 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns, and he had 3 receiving scores as well. On the other side of the ball, the rising senior had 91 tackles, increasing his career total to 191 as one of Long Island's fiercest linebackers.
The Zelda Velez at Yankee Stadium. Right behind me last December, Ahmad Anderson from Curtis High School caught the game-winning 44-yard touchdown late in the 4th quarter to help the Warriors win the PSAL City Championship. Last year's Anderson seemed to be a human highlight film each week, using breakaway speed and athleticism for the Warriors. As a wide receiver, he had 37 catches for 862 yards and 16 touchdowns. Defensively, as a cornerback, tough man-marking skills, 3 interceptions at cornerback, a tireless performer both ways, and when he wasn't doing that, he also had a kick return and a punt return for a touchdown. Anderson has received plenty of interest from Division I colleges, but recently, Anderson cut down his list to 6 schools: Wisconsin, Maryland, North Carolina State, Purdue, Rutgers, and Temple.
They are working hard on Super Saturday in Spring Valley, New York at the Lineman Challenge. These guys are getting after it. Coming up next on the Football Fix, we will recap the Snapple Bowl in New Jersey and catch up with some Long Island teams who are going camping.
You watch because it's your home, your school, your team, because it's your brother, sister, daughter, and son. Because you love the "can you believe it, did you see that?" and the "oh my goodness, what a win" moments. So yeah, you watch. Never miss a moment. Download the News 12 Varsity app today.
We are back on the Football Fix at Spring Valley's Lineman Challenge. Let's take a look at the standings at the halfway mark. Clarkstown North looking to win their first ever challenge. They are right there on top of the board along with the home side. Spring Valley also looking for their first title in the challenge. You see Harrison and New Row and North Rockland checking in the top 5. Well, when we looked at those standings, the home side, the Tigers of Spring Valley right there, this is their senior captain, Justin Mack. And Justin, 5th annual Lineman Challenge here. And you're a senior on this team. It's important for you guys to do well in this, and you are.
Yes. I'm just trying to get my team, we're trying to get first. Hopefully we do. I'm trying to fight, get my team to the top of this.
When you think about linemen on both sides of the ball, it's about togetherness. It's about what's going on behind us, pulling on that rope together. Does an event like this, even though it's July, does it help?
Yes, it helps because it brings us together early. It's July, and we're already getting a lot of guys out here, all the linemen out here. We're really working. We've been working every day, Monday through Thursday, 5 to 7 o'clock every day. We all work. Right here, we're doing good today, too. Shows that we really be competing.
It's got to be nice for you to be part of this resurgence for Tigers football under Coach Delva. You guys win a league championship last year. You get off to that quick 4-0 start. You go into the playoffs at 5-1. You win a playoff game. It's good to be a Spring Valley Tiger football player right now.
Yes, I'm actually glad to come back. I'm about to be a captain this year. I'm trying to bring my team back to that feeling. It was a really great feeling last year, getting that far in the playoffs. Trying to get us back there this year.
So we take a football fix look at the Tigers of Spring Valley schedule this year. They open up on September 2nd, Super Saturday on the road at Greeley. Then it's Port Chester in week 2. Week 3, Fox Lane. Week 4, Ossining. Saturday, September 30th, it's Mayapack in week 5. And they round out the regular season on October 7th on the road at Carmel. The Football Fix looks at news and notes from around the tri-state area. From the Nutmeg State of Connecticut, Darien continues to roll in the Berlin Challenge. Their linemen win their 4th straight. Out of Staten Island, St. Peter's Shaquem Douglas commits to Navy. Great job, Mr. Douglas. Good news out of Pearl River in Section 1, Rockland County. Mike Oliva is back as the head coach of Pearl River football. How about Neptune? They have a new head coach. Tariq Coleman is the new skipper for Neptune. And how about this? Greg Toll, the New Jersey legend, the former Don Bosco Prep head coach, officially joins Bergen Catholic's coaching staff. Wow. Well, if you stick around New Jersey long enough, you never know what you might see. Greg Toll, imagine that, joining the staff of Bergen Catholic. Hey, listen, New Jersey has always been about football relationships, and know one thing about Greg Toll and Nunzio Campanelli. They are like father-son when it comes to football. Of course, Nunzio Campanelli, 9 years at the helm of Greg Toll's offense at Don Bosco Prep, the 6 straight state titles, the 2 national championships. Hey, Don Bosco's loss will be Bergen Catholic's gain. Is it sad the way it ended for Greg Toll at Don Bosco? Should he have went out on his own terms? Absolutely. But you know what? Greg Toll has bigger fish to fry. And now he's on the staff at Bergen Catholic with who else? Fred Stengel, who also joins Nunzio Campanelli's staff. He will also join Mike Campanelli, Nunzio Campanelli's legendary father. How great is Nunzio Campanelli? How comfortable is Nunzio in his own football skin to have Toll, Stengel, and Papa Campanelli standing side by side, coaching the game of football? You gotta love it. For more on this, check out Mike Kinney's article on News12Varsity.com. Kinney will break it down, and Mike Kinney is also chronicling the Snapple Bowl, New Jersey style. Take it away, Mr. Kinney.
I'm Mike Kinney, News 12 Varsity here at Kane University in Union, the site of the 24th Snapple Bowl. Union County comes up with a 27-14 victory to take its 2nd straight win over Middlesex County in this great series. Great job by Union County in the first half with Gerald Hairston from Roselle finding his teammate from Roselle, Drew Stevens, for a touchdown. That touchdown held in the first half. And we had a lightning delay here for 2 hours, so the guys are sitting around for about 2 hours, a little more than that. Second half, Middlesex did a great job of getting back into the game, and they actually took a 14-13 lead, and Union answered back. It was Brian Oplechinski, the quarterback from Cranford, using his feet, the footwork that shows that he's such a good infielder with those feet. Found Michael Barletta from New Providence with 2 big passes across the middle, and then found Justin Beckett from Union with a big pass along the sidelines, and then Nick Fischetti from Johnson took it in with a 5-yard run to give Union the lead for good. Then Justin Beckett comes back, and he's playing cornerback today too. Big interception instead of Union's final touchdown.
Second half, I was just waiting to make my play. I feel it had to be made. I owed it to the team, and I told them I was going to come through when they needed the most, and I caught the interception right there for them, and that's what I plan to do.
We really didn't think we were going to come out back out here and play, and they said they were going to come back out at 9. So everyone, 15 minutes before, started getting really ready, and we were fired up. I think we were up 7-0 at that point, and we just had to come out and execute, and everybody did their assignments, and it was great. It was awesome to win.
So Justin Beckett from Union doing a little double duty tonight for Union County, but Brian Oblechinski, he was the difference in the second half, and he ended up winning the MVP award for Union County in this win in his final high school football game. So Brian Oblechinski will be taking on baseball at Montclair State, but he sure has a lot of great memories on the football field here at Kane University in his final football game. So again, it's Union County with a 27-14 victory over Middlesex County. Wrapping it up here at Kean University in Union. I'm Mike Kinney, News 12 Varsity.
All right, Mike Kinney, thanks a lot. Gotta love a little New Jersey football talk on the Football Fix. From the Garden State, we go to Strong Island. Amanda Puglisi setting up shop at the Bayshore 7-on-7. And there are some teams with some high expectations coming into this season. Amanda!
Thanks, Jimmy. I'm here at Bayshore High School, home of the Marauders and host to some of the best football teams here in Suffolk County. Now, one of the teams you're going to want to watch is Hills West. The Division II county champs are now making the move down to 3, making that one of Suffolk's toughest divisions.
Our goal is sustained excellence, year in and year out. We don't just want to have, a great year and then, fall back. We want to continue to grow, from the previous year.
I know in a lot of people's boards we're high and we're favored to win and all that, but at Hills West we pride ourselves on not worrying about the rankings and the preseason seedings and everything. We just try to play football and have fun.
Babylon is another team looking to make it back to Stony Brook after falling just short last season to Shoreham-Wading River. But now with the big man Ethan Wiedeker gone, the Panthers see an open spot at the top.
Well, our motto this year is unfinished business. I mean, that's cliche, but I mean, that's the fact. I mean, we did, we were 10-0 and then we lost to Shoreham at Stony Brook. So, I mean, we were one game short. So the kids know that, it's not going to be easy. You got to play every game like it's your last, and I think we have a group of kids that could do that.
Suffolk County Championship last year, seeing all of the seniors cry, just made me want to work even harder throughout all offseason to not let that happen again to me on my senior year.
1986, that was the last time that Bayshore won a playoff game where they beat East Islip in the Division II final. But now the Marauders make the drop from 1 down to 2, and they enter as the preseason #1. So they're hoping that this is the year to end that playoff loss drought.
No doubt. That's, again, something that we talk about a lot. And, the thing is the unselfishness, and I will say that, we watch a lot of film in the offseason on our opponent, and we look at things that we've done in the past or things that have been done in the past, and we often say, a kid could do this, a kid could do that. The difference in this group of kids, they're going to do everything we ask them to do.
Well, I want to exceed everyone's expectations. I want to do better than everyone thinks we could, because we are the 1 seed. We expect to do well, and we will do well.
Hills West, Babylon, and Bayshore all come into these 7-on-7s with high expectations. But Jimmy, as you know, the summer is all about preparation and the fall is all about execution. From Bayshore High School, I'm Amanda Puglisi.
They brought it, left it in the county. This year's first place goes to Clarkstown North.
Well, that is the sounds of victory for the Rams of Clarkstown North, who win the 5th Phil Bogle Lineman's Challenge. An amazing run.